want your business to go to another level, you must try to learn and hear something new. So make a change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor. Toni Harris Taylor. Drastic Results, oh yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor. Yeah, yeah.
Are you a franchisor grappling with how to stimulate your franchisees' growth and revenue? Are the phrases, "I'm not comfortable networking," "I'm an introvert"? Enter Toni Harris Taylor, your answer to these challenges. With her expert guidance and program, you can empower your franchisees to conquer networking and community outreach. Toni's program is designed to equip your franchisees with the skills and confidence to show up to the right events with the right people. It goes beyond making connections. It's about nurturing and leveraging these relationships. It's about following up, collaborating, and generating leads and referrals to maximize conversions. And ultimately, increased revenue for your franchisees and for you, the franchisor. Are you ready to unlock this potential? Reach out to us at 832-479-2088. Let's embark on this journey of growth and success together.
Hi, this is Toni Harris Taylor with another fabulous author of The Road to Entrepreneurship Starts with Why. My name is Toni Harris Taylor, and I am the CEO and founder of Drastic Results Marketing and Sales Coaching, and also the multi-unit award-winning franchisee with Network in Action. Today, we have my girl, Crystal Gomez, who is another fabulous author for the book. And Crystal has amazing stories, but she also does an unusual business, which I'll let her tell us about. Welcome, Crystal.
Well, thank you, Toni. I am Crystal Gomez, your small business technology strategist and also a digital literacy educator. So my goal is to ensure that small businesses understand the importance of utilizing technology in their business.
Can you believe in 2024, we still have to convince people to use technology in their business?
It's incredible, Toni, but I meet people almost every day that tell me, I don't do that. I'm old school. If it's not broke, we don't need to fix it. What in the hocus pocus Star Wars are you doing to my phone? For things that I feel should be commonplace in the entrepreneurial space.
Absolutely. And so we have got to, and you are working to get them out of their comfort zone.
Yes.
And to implement technology, just the simple use of their phone the right way to help them grow their businesses. So why do you love what you do, Crystal?
I love what I do because, first of all, I love helping people. And this just happens to be one way that I'm very good at doing so.
So I know you love helping people, but I also know, because by the way, I've been around Crystal now, I guess 3 years.
Yeah.
So I know her very well. And I know you get a kick out of personally people having aha moments like, I didn't know that. I could do that. I think that really floats your boat and makes you get excited about what you do.
Absolutely. Actually, those aha moments, which finally caused me to launch this business after 2 years of those aha moments, I decided it was time. And you told me that this was what I should have been doing all along. And honestly, I never thought of it as a profession. It's something that I had done along the way, of those things we do in our life's journey to get me to my entrepreneurial space, working as a technologist in a big box store for a big name brand. And I never thought that it would lead to me utilizing the skills in my own business.
Yeah. Well, I love what you do because I'm a technologist of sorts as well. Started my journey as an entrepreneur over 30 years ago, teaching technology in the corporate space. So that's why I love what you're doing. So let's talk about that. So you are a multipreneur, and the question I have next is, what's your why that drove you to become an entrepreneur?
My why is that I want to have freedom of my time. I want to make more money. I want to get paid what I'm worth. And unfortunately, that doesn't happen very often in corporate America. There's limited space to get paid what you're worth there. I grew up in a small town, so I always knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I wasn't sure exactly what that would look like. I grew up in a dentistry practice. My grandfather, Dr. Joel O. Tate, was a dentist. So I helped him, run the practice. I saw what was involved with the practice, but I knew that was not my road to entrepreneurship. I ultimately wanted to work as a criminal justice in the field, and I did get a degree in the field, but ultimately, things, when life is life and it takes you down different paths. And one of the jobs that I had outside of being an entrepreneur was working as a technology specialist. And throughout networking for one of my other businesses, I had implemented processes and systems that led me to want to share those with other people because they thought, or actually remarked to me, wow, that's cool. I've been meaning to do that. Or how do you do that? Or on the other side, what in the hocus pocus Star Wars did you just do to my phone? But being an entrepreneur, I believe, is in my blood. Having grown up in that dental practice really showed me that to get paid what you're worth and to have that freedom of your time, you're going to ultimately have to figure out how to have a small business. You just can't get that in corporate America. PTO doesn't cut it for me. And at this point, if I went back to corporate, I don't know, after a day, I don't know if they would fire me first or I would quit.
Well, tell me why your why motivates you. How does your why motivate you?
It motivates me because I don't want to go back to corporate America. I want to have freedom of time with my family. I want to have freedom of time with my husband. And if I just flat don't feel like doing it, I don't want it. I don't have to do it. I want to do it because I want to. And I want to be there for my clients. So therefore, I want to get up every morning and go out and help someone. But at a job, that feeling is not there. So my way of helping people is through the technology.
All right. So, how do you define success and how has this definition evolved over time?
I think as a child, you think success is when you've attained a certain level of income, but it's actually more than that. I feel that when you're successful, not only having attained a certain level of income, but the backing of your colleagues, the support of your colleagues, and the recognition from your colleagues helps to define success. But when you've achieved a point in your business where you're happy with it and you're comfortable with it and it doesn't feel like you're working, I believe you've attained success.
Awesome. Awesome. So, how do you stay motivated and focus on your goals, especially during tough times?
I stay motivated and focused on my goals because, again, I do not want to go back to working for someone else. So every time I think I'm not going to do it again, I wake up the next morning and it's like, okay, what's on our calendar? So it's important that you have your calendar, you have your list of tasks, and that helps keep you on track for what you need to do on that road to success.
So, this is a great question for you. What role has networking and building relationships played in your success?
Networking relationships is everything in my success. I have to tell you, Toni, just like other entrepreneurs, every day we quit a million times, go to bed and wake up and do it again. But truly, the relationships and the support that I've developed has helped me to continue and help me connect with those people and resources that I personally need to move my business forward. And I would like to share that with others, also to be a resource to connect them to the people and places that they need in order to move their business forward.
Yeah, I know I've watched you and watched you in your networking and watched you grown all these relationships over all over the city and some nationally as well. And I can tell that your skills at relationship building has grown as well. And it is a learned practice skill. Most people think networking is a natural thing, but really it is a learned practice skill. And I've watched you evolve in your networking, and I'm very proud of you because I've seen how you've taken your life and business to the next level.
Well,
So,
thank you. Thank you.
what advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs about taking risks and making bold decisions?
Well, Toni, I'm so glad you asked about taking risks and um, making bold actions because I recently launched my co-working space. So that's definitely taking action and being bold about it. It came from having to move my office, and I was able to turn that into something again that I had never really thought of. But if you have ideas and you in your heart, you know that it's what you want to do, be confident that you can find a way to make it work. And it works because you're going to continue to search and seek out the support that you need to make it happen. So don't be afraid to ask. The worst thing that they can say to you is no. Then you go to the next person. So don't think that someone has been successful because no one told them no. You'll find that they've been successful because they've been told no, and not necessarily once, but repeatedly. And they've also failed. But the road to success rather is paved with no's and failures. And it's how you handle that and overcome that, what is going to make you successful.
Very good. Very good. So, can you share a story of a major setback you faced in life or business and how you turned that into an opportunity?
Absolutely. As happened to me today, the first time that I was asked to appear on a podcast or a television show, the lights in the building went out. You know, you think I'm going to do this in my office building because I have it set up and the electricity's there. I wasn't prepared for them to hit the pole outside and knock the transformer out. But the lesson in that is that you have to always be prepared for the unexpected. So in my technology strategy and digital literacy, I teach you to always be prepared. And that means you have to always be prepared. You have to always be ready and have your tools ready in your toolbox, whatever those tools may be for your business. So for example, in the technology space, you have to always be able to take it on the road. I've had a mobile office and worked remotely before. Doing so was cool. I've been doing that since before phones were smartphones. So that lesson is always be ready. Don't let your
Yes.
guard down, stay prepared so that when your opportunity knocks, you're able to take advantage of it because you were just waiting for the opportunity. You've been ready.
Excellent. Always be ready. So, what
Always.
role has mentorship or coaching played in your entrepreneurial journey?
It has played a major part of my entrepreneurial journey. Without the support and mentorship of people such as yourself, I would not be where I am. And honestly, I may not have been in business. I may have thrown in the towel after 20 plus years because it just, COVID, as with a lot of businesses, they shuttered, and I'm no different from that. I almost went out. Other people flourished. Some of us went under. Businesses that you never imagined would go out of business were taken out by the pandemic. So that could have been me as well. I was fortunate enough to meet you and your network and have the support and mentorship of yourself and the others in our community to want to keep going.
And it takes a village, right?
It
So,
absolutely.
one of the sayings, the African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village to raise a business. And so, having those mentors and coaches in your corner is so important. So, what one piece of advice would you give to someone starting their entrepreneurial journey?
That no matter how daunting it seems, you can do it. You absolutely can do it because remember, you're not going to take no for an answer. You're just going to knock on another door. You're going to keep asking until you get that yes. Don't be afraid. And as Toni says, take those drastic steps.
You can do it, and you need a community to do it. You
Yes,
can't do it by yourself,
yes.
but and you have to get drastic. So yes, do it. Just do it.
Just
Um,
do it and keep trying until you succeed.
so how do you balance, this is a good question, work and personal life? And what drastic measures have you taken to do so?
Balance, that's a trick question, Toni. As an entrepreneur, we know that there's no such thing as balance. No matter how much you block your schedule, you have to always be ready and have your eyes open. But that doesn't mean that you don't put those parameters in place. So time blocking does help me to be somewhat balanced in that this is my time for work and this is my time for family, but sometimes they do overlap. But if you put those parameters in place, you'll be more mindful. You'll say, okay, yes, my business is overlapping in my family time, so we need to cut it short so we can get back to what we're supposed to do. And also, it gives you peace of mind. As an entrepreneur, some of us, sleep well at night. Some of us have trouble sleeping because our mind won't turn off. So if you block your time and schedule your time and write those things down, then you can let your mind rest.
I like that a lot, and I agree. writing it down, getting it off your mind onto paper or whatever you're using, whatever technology you're using, will help you to be able to have that balance because you're not constantly thinking about business. And so that's the strategy I use. If something hits my mind, if I'm in the car, I pull my pad out, I write it. That way I can free myself from being bogged down with it. So love that advice. What is the legacy you want to leave as an entrepreneur, and how do you plan to achieve it?
Yes, as an entrepreneur, it's always been my goal to do so in order to give back to my community. So the balance between being successful in my business allows me the freedom of time for myself and with my family, but also to give freely of my time and my funds to my community. So I want my legacy to be that she was there for people. She helped. She was thoughtful.
Awesome. And you are. You're
Thank
already leaving. You're already leaving that legacy. So, what does being a part of this book mean to you, and what message do you hope to convey to the readers?
Being a part of this book means everything to me because it was one of those things that I had on my bucket list that I wanted to do, but really never saw a way forward. But first and foremost, by seeing others that you know achieve the goals that you have for yourself, you know that you can achieve them too because you have someone that you can relate to, someone that you can ask questions, not just some celebrity that's on the television that's unreachable, but you have a celebrity in your pocket and in your address book that you can reach out to. So it helps knowing that you have that support available.
Very good. And so, lastly, what's your contact information? How do you want people to reach out to you?
Thank you so much. My contact information, my website is crystalgomez.net. And you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn under my name as well, Crystal Gomez.
Awesome. Well, Crystal, you have been a joy to my life in the last 3 years since we have met. And I just love your energy and your passion, and especially about this technology, because it really is sad to hear people say, even today, I'm not technology. I don't like technology. I don't, stop it. It's not going away, people. So get it so you can simplify how you are doing business. And technology is what keeps us all connected. So don't be afraid and reach out to Crystal if you'd like to learn more. Thanks so much for your time. This is Toni Harris Taylor saying, take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. And we will see you next week with another author. Bye.
Bye.